Hello, Urban Times family. This is Kerry Digsby with Urban Times Today. Definitely want to thank you for joining us again today. To my left, my co-host, Tawana Blake. Hey.
Hi.
How you doing?
Peachy.
All right, one-liners today, all right? Now, definitely want to introduce to you an incredible team that is here right now with us. As we all know, social media is very prevalent in our society. Everybody is on the internet right now. Everybody is trying to check out the latest and the greatest and the buzz, so to say. So we had to bring in the professionals that are going to teach us, going to show us, and going to explain to us how to be more social media savvy and to make it work for us as well, and just give us some, tips, tricks, as well as some education. So without further ado, I definitely want to introduce to you JDS Certified. See, I like that. We've had certified before. JDS Certified.
We're going to steal your stuff.
There you go.
That's right.
With DEMARIO, MCILWAIN, and Kia. How you doing, guys?
Good.
Doing great, doing great.
Get loose, get loose. This is, definitely. This is
get unbuffed.
Yeah, get unbuffed. Yeah.
I'm trying to get my buff on.
Get your buff on. Okay. All right. Well, thank y'all for joining us today. We definitely appreciate, you coming out and definitely showing Urban Times some love, and as well as getting ready to educate a lot of our family as far as how to be social media savvy. Talk to us about social media, your interpretation of it right now.
Well, my interpretation of social media is really crazy because I look at things differently probably than a lot of people. Mm-hmm. I see it as a very it's an outstanding platform to promote something.
Okay.
I'm not into just the social part of it, just chatting back and forth. Mm-hmm. But as far as in promoting brands, mm-hmm. I think that is the best tool ever because you're right there direct with your customers mm-hmm. and your fans. So I look at social media across the board. Just based on that alone, I love it.
Okay. How did you get involved with it? Because your company is very prevalent about it, and there's been some things that have been causing some serious buzz right now as well. So how did your company come to fruition?
Well, hey, this is a crazy story. I always have promoted something on like your Facebook. So I dealt with fashion, music, always did it, but I didn't know what I was doing. Mm-hmm. I actually had a corporate job one time working with Infinity, Nissan Corporation. Mm-hmm. They was paying me just to stay on Facebook. Facebook, Twitter, and eBay. Okay. They was paying me, so I was like, this actually can be a profession. Before I even knew there was companies out there that actually specialized in it. Mm-hmm. So as I did a little bit more research, I really started making a little bit of change off of doing it on the sideline, which kind of grew to what it is today.
Oh wow!
So you say change. Now that's alarm. So now, with your platform, what is it that you do, that assists other people?
Well, I always tell people a little short story. I say people pay us to get the fish out of water. Uh-huh. Mm-hmm. Now, some people like the reel and rods. Uh-huh. I just throw dynamite in it and bring all the fish to the top. So our methods really, I always promote that it's not textbook marketing. Mm-hmm. It's not a structured thing that's learned in the classroom. Mm-hmm. It's basically by any means, on how I look at it is, I judge it by myself. Mm-hmm. How can I sell myself this product? So I figure if I can sell it to myself, then 9 times out of 10 I can gain a couple other people to buy it too.
Oh, wow.
So it's really each client brings a new challenge, and we just work it as we go.
Is your method like guerrilla marketing?
It's guerrilla marketing, but online.
Online, okay.
Yes.
Okay, so when you
no, go ahead.
Okay, online guerrilla marketing online. If we were to do that with our magazine, how would we go about that? Give us something that you offer. Well,
the things that we offer is, first of all, is blasting you across all the platforms. Mm-hmm. This year I got more into email blasting too, that's great. It's a direct contact. Mm-hmm. And then with our database on just our social media, we're reaching over 500,000 people per post. Mm-hmm. Wow. So I advise people to always be on there because I go off of the stats, and then the stats don't come from myself. Through research, like what social media site has the most people, what's the percentage of people looking for their brands on the site. So that's the site I want to have your brand on.
Right.
And we really just focus on that. And each client, like I said, they bring a new challenge because it's not the same for everyone. We have to kind of study you and find out where your target base is, and then just push to them. And we created it basically.
Do you know what our
go.
Target base is?
Your target base is everywhere.
Wow, that was a good answer. I like that. We're everywhere, family. Remember that. Everywhere.
Your magazine, television, hey, that means you want everybody to watch or everybody to read.
Right.
It's not necessarily on a specific, I know it say urban time, but it's not necessarily just for urban readers.
Right.
Exactly.
So, I'll just spread you
Do
everywhere.
your research. And what is it that you offer?
Well, I do digital marketing and analysis. So what I do is look at where is your traffic coming from? What are people looking for? What's trending? Where's your content going? Who's looking for you? And then being able to create a strategic plan in order to get the most out of your online reputation. So we'll look at, what's in the news today? What are people talking about that relates to what's going on with your company? What are your competitors doing? Because that's just as important, because you want to do it better than them or come up with a different way of doing it, and then hopefully take their business from them and bring it to you. So I put together reports in order to analyze the best way to execute your strategic marketing plan.
You're the hard drive.
Yeah.
See, for the first time on television, I'm giving away secret sauce.
Wow. We were just talking about that too, weren't we?
Yeah, we was talking about it online.
The secret sauce.
Secret sauce.
We can't do the secret
Yeah.
sauce. We can tempt them with
That's not garlic.
This is part of the secret sauce.
part of the secret sauce.
People like her that,
Yeah,
I have this idea. It's like my team, basically, I come up with the craziest ideas. They make it make sense.
Wow.
I'm like, okay, can we reach this? You can send a couple of emails, a couple of telephone calls, and she'll say an answer like that.
And shut you up. She's the motherboard. She's that smartphone. Just fills in the blanks.
That's good. That's good. Well, what attracted you to JDS?
Well, he has a vision, and he is open to trying different ways of doing things. When you work with a lot of companies that specialize in marketing, they have this set platform where they do it. They have these set plans the way they do it, and it's not customized to each brand. It's not customized to each company. And he worked with these smaller companies as well as larger companies, so we're able to get on the ground floor, get in there, talk to these people. What are your goals? What do you want to do? Instead of them just calling up and talking to someone on a 1-800 number, we're able to go into their offices. We're able to go and talk to them and really meet them so that we can create a voice for them online. So just being given that opportunity to do that instead of just being that 1-800 number or creating just that one plan, that same structured plan for everyone, we're able to have that opportunity to customize and create a vision and help these companies meet their goals.
Wow.
Do you character shop? Does that make sense to you, character shop? Like, is all money good money to you?
No.
Okay. All right. Because when you're, doing what you do, you have to have a certain market that you're trying to attract.
Yeah, well, I tell anybody this, and I always say take the Pepsi challenge. When you go to my client list, all of my clients, they have had success in whatever we was offering them, and plus I utilize their success as a promotion for me. So we gotta have a great marriage. I don't want to work with you based on a dollar figure.
Right.
I want to work with you on the fact that you're gonna grow. As you're growing, I'm growing, and we're kind of learning. And I use your business also. It's like a big family. But I don't care how much money you got.
Already established.
Yes.
I mean, we were talking about that today because you can't, if you have a client who doesn't want to participate, they don't want to help build their brand, they're not giving you the information you need, that's a negative reflection on your company, because you're going to say, this is a client that I work with, but they don't have anything
about them.
online. They're not doing well. So it has to be a relationship that's able to function positively and be able to get the effective results.
Coincide with one another.
Definitely. Have you ever run across a client in which you did approach them, and then all of a sudden, as you're talking to them, they don't have the necessary tools that are there, and you find yourself moving
Lost.
them to do it? Well, not really. Well, they're the professionals, so I mean, it's like,
we've had.
Yeah, well, true, very true. But have you ever had a customer like that, or a client, let me say, that was that way, and you found yourself almost like they're in an infancy stage, and you're bringing them up?
Yes.
I mean, because when you think about it, we wonder if you're the one who's bringing them from the bottom to the top, or are
really, it's like I say, and it's such a unique situation. If you have the mentality to want to build your brand, I'm all there with you. But I can kind of gauge, and I'm pretty sure everyone, when we get that initial conversation, and because we do a pre-analysis of where you're at anyway. Before you even speak, I'm already looking at you online. So it's like you can kind of gauge, well, this client is not going to be a good one. He's right here. His expectations is going to be way up here, and we're not going to meet that.
Right.
So I'm not going to work with you if I know I cannot meet your expectations. So if, a lot of clients that's on the bottom of social media, they're the ones that want like 100,000 fans tomorrow, and will call you in the morning. Man, I ain't see my fans.
You got to start with some.
Like, you ain't even got two.
High five. Good question, by the way.
Very good question. I try sometimes. I actually do some homework. I too, watch the analysis and see what's going on. But I think that is very good. I think that's very important because there are so many businesses that don't realize there is a lot of time, trial, error, and everything
Research.
research. And it doesn't happen overnight.
Right.
In order to be successful, you want to have longevity in the business, and then you want to have a proven track record. And then when you come to the table with somebody, then they can see, yes, this person has done X, Y, Z, or this company has done X, Y, Z. So yeah, let's take them to the next level.
Right.
And I think a lot of companies, a lot of artists that we work with, a lot of them don't really know how to utilize social media. So a lot of times they are coming in the infancy stage, but we try to set expectations that we know can be met. And if they are passionate about what they want to do and what results they're looking for, then they're willing to put forth that effort. A lot of times they don't know what to bring to the table. They don't understand how this can help their business, how they can see that return on investment, and that's where we have to educate them. And that's why I enjoy working with the smaller businesses, because we have the opportunity to kind of handhold a little more than just saying, no, just write me the check and we'll just take care of it. That's not true. Like we said, it's a relationship. We have to work together in order for them to reach their goals. So you would be surprised. I think probably about 50% of the clients that I've worked with have been in that infancy stage. They need help, but when they really want to use it, they don't mind putting that investment of their time to do it. So.
Well, with this being your niche, not just a niche, this is your expertise per se. Like, what is one tip that you can give, because you're still shopping your brand off to other individuals? What is one tip to let them know, okay, we are the ones for the job that you can offer?
Well, really, let me take it a step further. What I developed through research and just know-how on some different things, the clients that we work with, I have already been them. Especially we deal strictly like with artists a lot right now. I've been down that path.
Right.
So I know the things that was missing when I was trying to do it as I'm learning, working their thing. But on another scale, we have a 4-week plan. That so far has just been
phenomenal.
Outstanding. Yeah, it's a step-by-step process on how you will see results in your brand in 4 weeks. And I can show them that, walk them through it backwards and frontwards, and show them how it's cost-effective and the results they will see at the end. We provide reports with everything, analytics behind everything, so it's almost like I'm talking to you about every other day about the scenario. Even if you get 2 extra followers, I'm calling you about
it. Like, a social media boot camp.
And it works. It kind of gives the clients a comfort level, because really, if you research any social media companies out there, man, they are making a killing on a monthly fee, and I think it's because people don't know. I put it on camera. I undercut everybody.
Hey, that's how you. Hey.
I set out to undercut everybody. I call it the Walmart. I do it on purpose.
Walmart effect, yeah.
Oh yeah.
I remember that. Yep.
I cut them off by $2,000. The next company up from me is $2,000 more than me a month.
Wow.
That's ridiculous. Yes. I mean, in a good way, but
yeah, but you gotta look at it like this. We servicing entrepreneurs, independent artists. These people don't have money like that.
Right.
So why are you trying to offer them a service that they can't even afford?
Right.
So my whole thing, if you can buy a new pair of shoes and maybe a couple of things during the month, you can afford to roll with us.
Right. So how does JDS fit into the evolution?
Well, we're still building on that. Part of the secret sauce, really. We're actually, we are forward moving. The things that we're studying on is really, in my own opinion, it's beyond what the average social media, or as you say, data marketing. I got to adopt that word. Data marketing is kind of advanced more than what they're doing right now. It's not. They're not so much geared on a target base. I think we kind of get more into it, especially like when we was talking about in relationship to your brand. Everybody has their little SOP and how they follow their instructions on what they need to do with your company. But if I know who you talk to every day, and I'm basically shadowing you and just blowing it out to a larger scale, I think it works better.
Right.
So we're part of the evolution by we're creating our own platform. It's not textbook. Every day we're going to create something new.
Right, but you have a studio. I mean, so you have artists that that comes in and records, and you have a videographer. I mean, like, so you're not just limited to the.
We can do anything. Yeah.
Right.
Well, just the announcement of it, JDS, what really made us expand here over the last month or so, we just became the official social media marketer for the Universal Music Group distribution scenario, coming through Wealth Nation. So with every Universal artist that's going through a distribution deal, have to come through us.
Right. Wow.
Wow.
Because we've been approved, our plan been approved, and we get to set it up. So it's like that just catapulted everything. So not only can you get social media marketing and digital marketing, recording video, get you in a distro deal with Universal directly, not none of this smoke and mirror stuff. And we're actually putting out a lot of projects this year. Our goal is to at least put out about 12 singles a year. When I say put out 12, that means 12 real singles.
Right.
It might be 40 of them out there, but 12 of them going to hit.
Right, and that's realistic, though.
Realistic.
Yeah, well, it's a digital market right now. The record labels and everybody losing money because of your social media. Because you can, as far as artists, they can record a song right now, mix it down, put it on Facebook, and sell it to somebody within the next hour.
True.
Right.
So nobody's making money that way. So therefore, we develop a plan that we can just help them do that with a couple of people, different social media sites. Put it, just spread you everywhere.
That's intriguing right there. I mean, that says a lot. And you mentioned as far as the deal that you have right now with Universal, are there any other entities that you're working with right now that actually adds more to what your pie is, so to speak? So if somebody was to do their homework on you, they're like, oh my goodness, this.
Well, yes. Well, we actually we're a part of a partnership with Wealth Nation Entertainment.
Okay.
With inside of that, we're actually working with Universal, Sony Red, the Oxygen Network. We got some things going down with I forgot their name, but just the motion picture networks. Basically, I can spread you anywhere right now.
Wow.
And that has been a big plug for us because it brings us the high-profile clients as well as we got the low-end clients, we got the high-profile clients working in the same pot. So it's almost like everybody's feeding off each other because we bring attention by dealing with a high-profile client, but you are there too. So here it is. So there's a lot of other things that's going on right now. Kind of waiting to see how it unfolds because we just staffed up the team real hardcore in the last week.
Wow.
Yeah, so everybody jumped in and ready to rock. So I have no idea what it's going to be next week because I'm telling them to all create something.
Wow.
Well, that's cool. You're giving them their own creative type leadership. You don't get that even though you're the head. You're like, okay, let's everybody get together and be creative instead of just taking ionus for everything.
I have a problem with the working for word. I like working with. I don't like working for.
That's good.
You don't work for me. We work together.
Right, to build a brand.
Yes, because eventually I would love to be Charlie. Because see, the staff right now is all female except for me. I'm trying to be Charlie. Like you only hear me on
You just see it on the box.
Yeah, like angels. How are you doing today? That's it. Hi, DEMARIO.
I've arrived now.
Yeah, but I think it's going real good right now.
That's
really
real
excited about it.
That's real good. I love the fact that you mentioned as far as the high profile clients that you have, as well as the ones that are just starting out, the entrepreneurs and such. And it's just that fact that you're sending a message to the ones that are here that I pay just as much attention to you as I do with my high profile clients.
Yes.
So that, you know, if I was a customer, then I'd be like, oh wow, you know, because I get to sit at the table with the big dogs, as well as learn, as well as network, as well as get even more information from you as well. So that means a lot.
We can eat.
Yeah, we all can. Yeah.
It's one flat rate, one process. You know, I'm not trying to, it's almost like the car lot. I'm not trying to sell you the extra warranty and all this other stuff. No, it's one process, because the process works.
Right.
We keep it economical for the client. I don't care if you got millions of dollars or you only got $200. It's one price.
Right.
Because it works for us and it works for them. So, you know, we're going to keep staying there. And, and like I say, no one can beat us by $2,000.
Shameless plug.
So how has your brand built positive relationships, you know, with your clients?
Well, first of all, JDS actually stands for Just Do Something. That's the meaning behind the whole wording of the business. It was created based on me being around a lot of people that had financial problems, I would say. Lost jobs, and you get them stories, you know, they always sad. I was just like, man, if you just do something, just do something every day. So I built the brand off of that right there. So therefore, you know, it's so broad right now. We'll sit here and talk for hours about how I feel about this, because it's actually a passion of mine.
Right.
So therefore, when I'm dealing with my clients, it's almost like we bringing you in, and I love you. You know,
Right.
it's like, because you're helping me build, you're giving me the opportunity to work with your brand for one thing. Because when I'm not the guy that got all these initials behind my name, so I take it a little bit more personal than probably a lot of people that's in business. So when I'm working with a client, we're going to talk.
Well, I have one thing to ask, you know, because it's been bugging me.
Yes, ma'am.
And I want you to nod your head yes or shake your head no. Is Forbes looking at your company right now?
Forbes.
I said nod.
I had to think which way my head was thinking. Well, I'm gonna do this. I'm gonna go right here, and I know where we got that from. Wow. And that's still working.
It's still working. So yes.
Yeah.
We're not gonna
Well, you
say
know,
that.
it's there. I'll tell you like this. There was a situation that, you know, I'm not gonna say we was involved with. We are involved in. Kind of had a little bit of a roller coaster ride with it, but I kind of got my mind off of it because it was actually stressing me out more than just working.
Wow.
Yeah, it was killing me, because you wake up every day thinking about what you're gonna do, what's the next move, what's the next move. You got all these people that's calling you, you know, people that I never think I would talk to in a million years. They're calling you, and they're thinking that this program that you develop is worth this, and you like, yeah, and every day you get consumed about that. You forgot about working.
Right.
You forgot about your relationships. I tell people all the time, if you actually been following the JDS brand, you see I flipped the website like 3 times, because I went all the way corporate with it because all these people looking at me, but I lost my urban community.
Right.
Because it kind of went out of the box for them. It went structured, and that's what I wasn't known for that. So I'm kind of on the fence with the situations that I'm involved with, because I don't want to go
being watched.
Yeah, they always watch.
They're always watching.
Right.
So if anybody out there right now wanted to get in contact with you in order to find out the secret sauce.
The secret sauce.
The secret sauce. How can they get in contact with you?
Well, the best way I always tell people, go to the website, jdscertified.com. And the reason I tell them to go there, don't call me.
Right.
Go there, because everything is broken down in plain English for you, so you can make an educated decision whether you want to go farther with me.
Right.
Because I don't want you to call me and thinking I'm trying to give you a sales pitch.
Right.
I want you to read. I want you to research.
You're a car salesman.
Right. One car. One price.
Yeah.
There you go.
But I want you to research. I want you to even look for the flaws. I'm serious.
Okay.
because I want our marriage to be
honest.
Yes, it's got to be. I don't, you know. So just go to the website, jdscertified.com. I'm actually going to record a song about JDS Certified tonight in the studio.
She's like, yeah, I co-sign that.
Oh yeah, so by the time it drops, it'll already be out. You know, we're gonna take it real nice on them.
Cool.
And all of our contact information is on there as well. My email address is on the website. His email address, their team members' telephone numbers. So if anyone wants to get in contact, it's all there.
All right.
I'm sure they will.
You see, she's
The motherboard.
Anybody that know me know I'm really crazy. You know, I laugh and cut up all the time. So therefore, see, she keep bringing me back down. I'm sitting here trying to hold myself right now. Be serious.
The motherboard, literally.
Well, we want to thank JDS Certified coming on the show today. I'm your host, Kerry Digsby, Tawanda Blake, JDScertified.com. We want to thank you.
That's right.
Hey, tune in next week, y'all. Urban Times family. Again, we appreciate you. We love you. Talk to you later.